Hi friends, at last class we are discussing the user authentication system or a user authentication application using the Zustand. Today we are going to continue the previous session. I'm going to create the user interface for the login and login page and register page and dashboard page. I have already written the code for login page. I have taken the here login. In the login I have taken the email address like email text box and password box and button, some login button. In the registration page also I have taken the three boxes here in the not three boxes, four boxes I have taken, like a first name text box and second last name text box and email box and password box, and create the account. If you click on this button, it will create the account. In the same dashboard also I have written some code like a header part and main section part. First I am going to go to the registration. I'm going to create here. I'm going to take some import some things like a create account const create account from equal to use auth store. Use, what is the auth store name? Use auth store. Use auth store. From this actually use user auth. Use user auth. I'm going to rename this use user auth. Use user auth. Okay, import this. In this mainly I'm going to selecting only create account. State dot create account. State dot create account. You can name it, rename this one also. Use user auth store.js. Okay, yes, change here also. Import use user auth from the dot slash app slash use user auth store. In this I'm going to importing the create account, and few things required to import in this. One is the use navigate from React router DOM. It is coming from the React router DOM. Use navigate. I'm going to name it as a navigate. Const navigate equal to use navigate. I'm going to import manually this use navigate. Import use navigate from the React router DOM. Then what is the other things is required? Then few things is required. One is the is loading. It is a state variable set is loading. Is loading you comma set is loading. It is a state variable. In this I'm going to making the false. After this there is a error. If that error is getting, we are going to write we are going to take the one more state for set error comma set error use state of empty string. In this I'm going to take one more function. When we submit the when we click on this when we click on the create account, it will trigger this method, this function submit equal to e column e dot prevent to default default. First I'm going to take the collect the data. For that collection I'm going to take form data equal to new form data new form data from, it is going to take the e dot current target. E dot current target. I'm going to take the first name equal to form data dot get of first name. It is coming from the this box name. Copy this, paste here. Same like last name, form data dot get of last name. Make it spelling properly or copy and paste here from the name variable, from the name attribute. Next, email address and password. Form data dot get function. Like this, copy email and paste here. Const password equal to form data dot get password. Next, after this collection of data, we are going to validation, like simple validation only. If not of first name, comma, or we are going to do one more thing like this also. We are going to perform like this: first name, comma, last name, comma, email, comma, password dot sum. Sum in this function, in this sum function, we are going to write one callback function. I'm going to take the field, each and every field. It will give field dot trim function equal to if this empty, I'm going to try to set error called set error. This callback function again. Please fill out the all fields. Please fill out the all fields. If this we got the error message, we are going to return the function. I'm going to return this one. Come out of the function means you have to must and should write the return keyword. If the error was triggered, we are going to come out of the function. If the error is not there, suppose validation in this error, where the sum function returns the true. So suppose function returns the false. We are going to do the other things like call the account, like register store or create account store. Call the create account store. In this, first we are going to set is loading of, going to take off true. First we are going to load this, perform some loading, and then we are going to take empty string. I can take the like this also directly. Okay, leave it like this, and then reference, then call the response using await. I'm going to call this function. This function is returning the status code like response success. If this fails means we are getting the error. I'm going to wait create account. Actually, we have previously taken. We are selecting this function from the state. Use user auth store. We can directly call create account in this function. Actually, wait here. If we using the await, see what is observe the error. Await expressions are only allowed within the async functions. We are going to take the this function is async. Await. In this function, we are going to take the first name of last name, comma, email, comma, password. Make sure that it may be get any error. I'm going to make converting into the two string. I'm going to converting this two into the strings. Two string. Two string. We are going to first verify whether it is the success or fail. That's why if the success means only we are going to proceed with. We are going to redirect to the dashboard page. In the fail case, we are going to come out of we are going to stay in this page only. For that, we are going to see the response. In the response dot, what is this? Response is getting the success. Suppose response dot error. Suppose we have the response dot error, we are going to set error message like response dot error, response dot error. In other case, like in the else case, we are going to navigate to use navigate dashboard page. Observe this. Where is the router? Router is available here. Okay, dashboard spelling is correct. Make sure that spelling is correct or not. Go to the register page, delete this one, delete this one. After this, we are going to set is loading is false, is false. Set is loading is false. For that, in this UI part, first is loading. I'm going to, if it is loading, I'm going to return the some things like a here. This classes. Copy this. In this, I'm going to take h1. In this h1 tag, text, Excel, and font semi-bold. In this, dot loading. Dot loading. In other case, if the no loading is there, if the in suppose it contains the some error as well, we are going to take suppose error. We are going to make error directly. Suppose error is contains some error is always some message like a something happens like some credentials is invalid credentials. In that case, we are going to show this error message here. Same like register login page also. I'm going to copy paste the things, copy this function whole functionality and this loading part also paste here inside this login. In this login, make sure that it is right or not. Go to use login, copy this same page and paste here and same here also state dot login. Here also use navigate and imports, take the imports also, copy these imports and paste here, paste here. I think the use state is not imported. Use state, import use state. Here also import use state. Okay, import is imported. I think here instead of the create account login account like login, remove these things. Not required. It required only email and password. Remove these things also. First name and last name. Remove these things also. First name and last name here also. Please fill out the all the fields. Mm, Here also like response.error and slash dashboard and here somewhere we are going to use this. Okay, loading is completed. Error, copy this error face, error message, copy this error message and in the registration page, come to the form and on submit, handle submit. Here also login page, come to the form on submit, handle submit. Just call like this. If you click on this, it will go to the dashboard page. If you go here, where that dashboard page, we are going to do here some things like a first session. We are going to take the session use user auth store from the state dot session, and if user is required means we can take the user also, but in this case I'm not required the user, just I want only session. In this session I'm going to use here where that if the session is available, if the session is there, I'm going to perform this logout. If the only in the case of session there, I'm going to take this logout. If session is not there, suppose we don't have session, I'm going to take this. The session is not present, we are going to take, and we are going to must and should take the link. Going to take the link from React Rotterdam. This link is it is actually React Rotterdam. It will go to the like it will redirect to the one page to another page if you click on this link. In this session, we are going to do some things, but I'm going to while working with like after after running the application, I'm going to explain that one. First, we are going to make sure that run the application. See, it is running perfectly. Chrome, open the Chrome website and go to the anywhere open in this localhost column 5173. New dependency optimized dependency change reloading, and go to here and go to the my app router here. Okay, come here. Tailwind is present or not, we are going to see. Okay, tailwind is present. So remove this one. Go to here. Okay, login page is there. Go to the first. Zero is coming. This zero is coming. So inspect this. Okay, here we are going to use the double enter. That's why it is getting the 0. Make sure this and this double. Okay, see now it is there. And I'm going to application phase. Go to open this. See, if you go to here, if you observe then the local storage, you will able to see the user authentication we have given in this, from drag and drop. See, you will able to see at present, like presently it is a the session and user is null. If you give the some username, like I'm giving the my name like a Chikri. Uh, Suppose first you have to register. For the registration, register. Make sure that first registration I'm going to go to the here. I'm giving the Chakri, Jallu and Gmail. I'm got this. I'm going to change this Gmail Chakri Jallu. I'm giving Chakri Jallu 7. Okay, 6 is left. Okay, I'm giving some more. Okay, registering. Okay, registration complete. Loading. Why it is not going? Okay, so wait, friends. Some mistake we have did. We have to use this one, not this one here. Sorry, friends. We have to use navigate, not use navigate. While writing the code itself only, we have to see perfectly. Here also change that. Sorry for that mistake. I'm apologizing for that mistake. Make sure that change this one. Navigate, not use navigate. Navigate. Use the navigate. Navigate is coming from the use navigate function. It is getting the use navigate function. We are using this navigate to redirect or navigate. Okay, once again reload this. Actually, this is there, but we are going to here already data is present here, but due to that we are due to the again actually that is we I haven't written the protected routes. Actually, I have not implemented the protected routes. I'm going to show that how to implement the protected routes. Protected routes like a if you have the if you suppose if you have the session or if you have the user information, I'm not going to redirect to the registration page or login page. I'm going to directly jump into the dashboard page. Our aim to if the suppose my session is there, like suppose my user information is present, I have logged into the system. In that case, we are not going to again comes to the login page or registration page. We are going to only stay with the dashboard page or other protector pages. That's why if you suppose if you give the information like Chikri, Jallu, 6, here I'm going to give the Chikri 1, 2, 3. Suppose if you have clicked this, so you have went to the this page. Let's session. You have taken this. Getting this. Okay. This is a not logout is undefined. Okay. Actually, why it is showing means there is a function we are triggering here is called logout. If you observe here, there is a where is that in the go to in the use user authentication.js. Here see logout function. I'm going to call here while clicking on the button where that in the dashboard page. That's why I'm importing this one also logout same like how session I have imported use logout. I'm selecting the previously I have selected the state dot session. I'm not going to select the function state dot logout. I'm going to using the logout directly here. Suppose I'm going to my page here. See, we have I think it may be while doing the application, while implementing the application or while developing the application, we will get the so many errors. We have to not skip the errors. We have to find out the where the error is there and where the error is getting. We have to find out that, and we have to like we have to debug that one. See, dashboard page is missing, and like about a space. Why it is not showing means uh, instead of in the in this dashboard page, I have given here this header. If it comes to here, the header, instead of this, I'm going to make a new component. I'm going to make this as a new component. If you suppose, if you see this here, I'm going to create header in this. I'm going to create. We have to like it is called a code splitting or you for using the like I'm going to create the one more component and I'm going to using that one yes and RFCE here comes to the header. That some more things is required, that is a actually dashboard page does not require anything. The I think required only these things only. Copy paste here and import these sessions. Import the things. Copy here this one and paste here. Paste here. And if you observe this, I'm going to use this one actually in the dashboard page as a component. Header component is coming from the dot slash header and same in the about us page also. Where is that? Go to here, the about us page. Here it is there in the about us page also. Cannot this one. I think I not copied that one. Header about us page. Okay, I'm taking like this. If you suppose go to here, see in this I'm getting this. I want to do more code here and container mx auto and m by not required distance and go to the browser itself. Okay, and this if you trigger this logout, we come out of the login page. Actually, that logout page, I'm not going to redirect into the page. Not going to redirect into the page. If you suppose I'm going to, why it is not. Make sure that implement the login also. Where is this function? Route function. I'm going to take this path name, same path name. I'm going to take element same, but I'm going to change here to login. Other it will works home like if you take the slash also like it will go to the login page. If you take the slash login also, it will go to the login page. Okay, sure. Now, like if you see here, there is a one problem here. Without having this, I'm going to the dashboard page. If you observe this, I'm going to the dashboard page without logging also. If when we want only go to the login dashboard page means or about us page means, see if you go to the here, if you click on this, without having the login also. If you observe here also, if you see in the local storage also, once refresh this, in the local storage also, there is a no session is null. I want to say session is null and user is null. We want only this dashboard. We want to able to use this dashboard page only in the case of login after completion of the login or registration only. We want to access this dashboard page. In the other cases, if you suppose we have to go to this dashboard page or about page, so we have to go to the, if suppose we have to without login or without registration, suppose we have when we have suppose we have to go to the, we can go to the suppose we have to go to the login dashboard page or about us page without login or without registration. It will automatically, my application automatically redirected to the automatically it will redirect to the login page or registration page. That thing means we have to do some more changes in my application. Actually, I'm going to create one component in these pages, like in this pages itself only I'm going to create that component name. I'm going to name it as protected route. My routes should be protected. In these protected routes, I'm going to create one file called authentication file called, I'm going to name it as a index.jsx. In this index.jsx, I'm going to write some logic of RFCE. I'm going to name protected route to take the protected route only. In this protected routes, I'm taking the children, comma, auth. Two things I'm going to take. Children, you know that children is like whether we are using like a if you see this in the context API, we have did that how children we have passed. Like children is like a, if you pass, if you make sure this component protected route, if you do like this, what inside of these two tags, if you suppose it is a starting tag, it is a ending tag, inside these two tags between this is elements are tags present in this one considered as the children of this. We are going to pass children. In this we are going to take one state called use, one hook called use effect. In this use effect hook, i'm going to take one more called session session session. It is coming from the use user auth store state. I'm taking state dot session. I'm selecting state dot session. When the session is updated, according to session updated, we are going to perform the here one thing. Like what is that? I'm going to take one more also here. This is a want route navigate, not route navigate. What is the spelling of this navigate? You can take any name, but make sure that use navigate must be same. If it is coming from the React router, make sure that actually go to the. I'm confusing with this all tags. Show this first. Go to the first route. First, actually, we want here. So actually, this is a login page. Login page, actual authentication is not required. That's why we are going to using the auth is false. We are making this auth is false, or you can make call this as a authentication also, but leave it there. I'm leaving with a simple auth is equals to false. Here also, here both are same. I can make sure this, copy this one and paste here. Paste here and same here also, registration also. Copy this one and instead of the login page, I'm going to copy the registration page. In the registration page also, not required, authentication is not required. But in the dashboard page, make sure that dashboard page, suppose protected route, protected route, in this property props true I'm mentioning. Why? Because of in the dashboard page, I require the like I require the authentication. That's why I'm making this as a protector. In the protector routes, same in the about us page also, I require the authentication. If the authentication is required means we are going to use the auth true here. I'm going to make it after completion of this, the go to the pages and go to the protected route and go to the index.js. Here, suppose I'm going to write here one logic here. What is that logic? The auth is required. Authentication is required. Here, authentication is required actually, but session is not there. Authentication is required, but session is null. Suppose actually we are redirecting to the suppose go to the dashboard page. Sure. I'm telling the example. Actually, we are login something. Localhost column 5173. Actually, I'm going to the dashboard page. I'm going to the dashboard page. Actually, I'm redirecting to the suppose I'm going to the dashboard page. Suppose, but my I haven't logged in. I haven't registered that. I haven't registered the website, but I'm going to directly jumping into the dashboard page. But the logic what I have to write means the authentication I want that authentication is required, but session is not there. Actually, I haven't performed any login or registration operation. In that case, I'm directly jump into the login page. I'm going to directly redirect to the slash login page. If in the else case, first is else case. Actually, in the else case, suppose I have performed login and logout. Suppose I'm in the dashboard page. Suppose I have performed the login and logout. Suppose I'm in the dashboard page. You can take the dashboard page. Suppose I have performed the suppose I'm in the dashboard page, but I'm going to here I'm going to go to the without logging out, like without performing the logout option, without clicking on the logout option. I'm going to jump into the login page. I'm going to jump into the login page, but session is there. But session is there session is there when the session is get null, when the session is get empty, when we only perform the logout, in the case only session will be empty. But we haven't performed any logout operation. We have by directly we are jumping into the suppose login page or registration page. In that case, we are what we have to want, suppose authentication is not required. Here authentication is not there, but session is present. Suppose authentication is not required. Suppose it is in the go to the in the route space here. Suppose see authentication is false. Like authentication is not required, but session is there. Session is there. Here we are going to make sure that dashboard page. We are going to redirect to the dashboard page. Redirect to the dashboard page. This thing here we want. When it will happen only in the case of session. In the case of the session is there, or you can take the user also. These are the dependencies. In the case of session update only, this will be triggered. Surely this use effect will be triggered if you save this file and user is not defined. User is not defined. It is not. But I think here it is. Oh, sorry, friends. Again, same mistake I'm doing. That navigate, use navigate. Sorry, friends. I'm apologizing for this. Why I'm not getting? Why I'm not taking the use state, use navigate only? I don't know, but make sure that where we suppose we have used that wrongly, they have correct me while doing the comments. Okay, user I have removed and save this file. Save the this one also once again. Make sure that cat side not going to use. Know this one. Okay, see, I have gone to the why because of I have came to the this login page. Suppose go to the applications, go to the localhost, go to the localhost http column slash http column slash localhost column 5173 and go to the authentication. Authentication is telling that authentication is giving the state called session column null and user column null and hydrated true. Suppose I haven't logged in. Actually, suppose I'm in the login page, but the session is null and user is null. I'm directly jumping into the my dashboard page. Without logging and registration, I'm going to directly jumping it. Suppose I'm going to slash dashboard. I'm going to the dashboard page. Suppose see directly I'm going to the here. I'm redirecting to the my login page. If you give here, suppose instead of this login page in the registration page, we can comes to the registration page. Suppose once again try this dashboard. I have came to the registration page. Suppose here also, if you trigger once again dashboard page, dashboard page. See, I have came to the registration. Without registration or login, you cannot go to the dashboard or any protected routes. Suppose in the about auth also same thing. If you go to the about page, see, yeah, you're going to the this page. You're coming to the back. You're coming back to the same page, like a registration page. The same login also you can do. First, I'm going to log in. Suppose Chakravarti. I'm going to take simply Shakri and Jallu. I'm going to take here in the space also Shakri Jallu 6 at the rate of gmail.com. Shakri at the rate of 123. Create account. Click on the create account. I have went to the dashboard page. Suppose you have there in the dashboard page already, but without clicking on the logout or without clicking on the without if you haven't performed the logout operation, you haven't clicked on the logout button, but you are trying to go to the login page or registration page. Suppose I have did the here. I have given the slash login path. See, if you try to go to the login or registration, suppose if you go to the registration also, see, I'm coming back to the dashboard page. Due to this protected routes, this will happen using this protected routes. When we only you are able to come to the login or registration page when we click on the logout page. If you click on the logout page, suppose I'm going to it's working fine. If you click on this login page, I'm coming to the registration page. If you want to practice this, once again see this video or see this entire video 1 or 2 times, and then you can practice the application. Don't do the both things like practice and seeing. Don't do parallelly. Do the first, observe the what is the code I have did changes in this, and then later can take the one more session to one more time to see and practice. You can do like that, but first you have to observe the what things I have did here, like how registration I have created, and how login I have performed, and how dashboard page I have created, and how I created the protector route, these things. If you like my content, if you like my explanation, please like the video and subscribe the channel and support my channel.